Hello family! Today I want to talk to you a little bit about one of my favorite stones, which is selenite. Selenite is a cleansing stone. This is an example of selenite. Isn't it beautiful? It's kind of see-through. You can kind of see through it. So selenite is a cleansing stone, takes negative energy and transmutes it to the divine. So it is a great stone for ceremony. It's a great stone for your altar. This one is nice and flat. It can hold your little trinkets on it. You know, use selenite as a nice altar slab. Make a little nice altar out of it. Selenite comes in a few forms. There's this is real true selenite that you've got here, and then we also have what's known as satin spar. You can see it's slightly different. It's not as see-through. It's much tighter crystals, rather where these you can see are more. They're still thin crystals, but they're in like flakes that create almost a glass, whereas this one is like pressed together like a bunch of hairs. There's also one called fishtail selenite where it grows and it looks almost like the boning of a fish, but I don't have that one with me. Different forms of the selenite have almost the same properties, very similar. Sometimes there are slight variations, just like with any stone though. If you have a rose quartz that was bred in Brazil, and then you have a rose quartz that say comes from Alabama, they're going to have different energies, right? They're going to have different feels because of where they were raised, where they grew up over eons or centuries or whatever it is. Quick story about selenite. I once knew a man who had a big family, and at the center of the dinner table he put a big chunk of selenite. Why? Because selenite is a nice, calming, cleansing crystal. So when everybody sat down to dinner, there was peace. You know, it was like, nice, you know? Yeah, because otherwise, you know, it's a crazy big family with people like pass this and do that. And it brought a sense of peace. They're still a big family and they're still going to do their thing, but it brought a sense of peace to the dinner table. So he had a huge chunk of it too. It was really awesome. One thing to know about selenite that is really important is selenite, especially the satin spar, water soluble. So if you put this in water, eventually it turns gummy, and then it dissolves, and then it goes away. Funny story about selenite dissolving. This one person came into a crystal shop I once worked at, and they got this beautiful big selenite sphere, right? And they got the sphere, they took it home, they came back, they said, "You won't believe this, somebody stole our selenite sphere." And we're like, "Oh, that's terrible. Why would somebody do that? That's awful." And then we said, "Well, where did you put it?" And they said, "Oh, well, we put it in the fountain in the middle of the pond where the water rolls over." Yeah, selenite became fish food. Another fun fact, selenite is gypsum based, and that means it's similar to what they might use to make sheetrock from. So it's got many uses in the real world as well as in the metaphysical world, which is of course the real world, right? You can also add things like your personal things, your jewelry, your eyewear, because if you leave it overnight, it gets a nice cleansing, takes all the negative energy off of it and transmutes it to the divine. You can also take your selenite stick and use it as a cleansing wand, similar to how you'd use sage. Oh, look, surprise, these are coming to the website soon. We've got some beautiful opal bracelets that I'm cleansing. When you want to cleanse something, cleanse energy, cleanse an aura, you just wave the selenite wand just like you would a sage stick. Selenite is also great for meditation, because when you meditate with a piece of selenite, it helps to align your chakras so that you can better connect to that divine realm, to your higher self, to who you really are. Finally, as per usual, you can't eat it. It looks so good, right? No, can't eat it. That'll break your teeth. Sorry, no food. It's not food. Selenite, not food.